Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling a really big one, universal basic income.
It feels like it's everywhere right now, especially in conversations about AI.
It is. And we've been digging into the work of AI ethicist Johan Steyn. He really breaks down this, tension between the incredible appeal of UBI and the harsh practical reality. So our mission today is pretty straightforward. We want to unpack this core idea that UBI is this inevitable, almost elegant solution to job displacement.
A kind of guaranteed safety net for the future.
Exactly. And then contrast that with the cold, hard complexities that pop up when you try to make it work in the real world.
Yeah, and the techno-utopian narrative is just so compelling, isn't it? The basic assumption is that AI will displace millions of jobs,
Right.
but the productivity gains will be so immense that we'll have more than enough wealth to just, redistribute it to everyone. It's a nice, clean story.
It is a clean story.
Yeah.
So where does that story first run into trouble?
Mm.
Steyn points to a really crucial flaw, this idea that AI will automatically democratize wealth.
That it just spreads the money around.
Yeah.
But the economic reality of AI suggests the complete opposite. AI actually concentrates wealth, structurally.
Okay. How so?
Well, the gains,
Hmm.
all that new value, it flows mainly to these highly consolidated industries. Think about the big cloud providers, the chip manufacturer.
People who own the core infrastructure.
Exactly, a handful of huge multinational firms. So the value gets centralized into very few hands, which makes having this giant accessible pot of money for everyone fundamentally difficult.
So the money is hard to pool in the first place. But let's just, for the sake of argument, say we solve that, we get the capital. What's the next mountain to climb?
The political one.
Yeah.
And it is a mountain.
Right.
I mean, for UBI to work, you would need this incredibly rare, sustained political unity. We're talking about implementing heavy, and I mean heavy, taxes on wealth, on capital gains, on automated processes themselves.
And when have we ever seen that kind of global consensus on something so radical?
Almost never. Steyn makes the point that if we struggle to agree on global policies for, say, climate change or even just healthcare.
Good like agreeing on a global wealth tax.
Exactly. Capital is mobile. Taxing it at that level is exponentially harder than taxing labor. It's a huge, huge political lift.
Okay, so the politics are a nightmare. Let's shift gears. Say we get the money and we pass the laws. What happens to the economy itself when you just inject all this cash into it?
Well, you run straight into a classic economic problem, inflation.
Ah.
If you suddenly give everyone a lot more money, but the supply of goods and services, food, housing, transportation, doesn't increase at the same rate.
Prices just go up.
Prices shoot up. And that can completely neutralize the relief you were trying to provide. In fragile economies, say in some African nations, it could be catastrophic. It turns a lifeline into a destabilizing force.
And this isn't just a balance sheet problem, is it? Steyn argues it's a social one, too. He really pushes us to look beyond the cash and think about dignity.
Yeah, the crisis of purpose.
What does it mean for society if work is no longer central to our lives?
Right, because work provides more than a paycheck. It provides structure, community, a sense of contributing to something.
A reason to get up in the morning for a lot of people.
And if you remove that on a massive scale, you risk creating a passive, disconnected population. It could accelerate this feeling of meaninglessness and actually deepen social fragmentation. You might trade economic precarity for a kind of spiritual emptiness.
So when you add it all up, the practical, the political, the economic hurdles, it seems a global UBI is, well, almost impossible to deliver anytime soon.
Which is why the conversation needs to shift. We need to focus on proactive interventions, not just waiting for a utopian fix.
What does that look like?
It means things like prioritizing real skills-based education over just traditional degrees. It means fostering universal AI literacy so that everyone understands the tools that are reshaping their world.
And this is the part I find really interesting. It's not just about retraining for new tech jobs. It's about redefining value itself.
Yes, cultivating those uniquely human skills.
Like creativity, complex ethical reasoning.
Empathy, leadership. The things AI, at least for now, cannot replicate. That's where future economic dignity is going to come from.
So if AI is going to truly transform work, and it will, then maybe the final thought for you to take away is this. The focus shouldn't just be on this dream of redistribution. Maybe it needs to be on building practical, real systems that empower individuals, that prepare our kids to find their dignity through robust opportunity, not just a guaranteed check. That's your deep dive for today.